If you're watching this video now, you know that it's time to wake up. You know that there's a message been coming from you, and I've been guided to give it to you today, folks, because as a channel, I get insights, I connect with the universe, and I give the message out, and you are receiving this for a reason. So if you're watching this video now, you've probably been feeling a little bit low, a little bit lost, a little bit wondering what's going on. It may well be the case that the universe has presented people or situations in your life to bring emotions to the surface, really challenging ones. It could be in your relationship, could be in your life, could be your job has finally got rid of you, or something has happened there, something disruptive, your business has gone down. Things are changing, folks, and things are changing for a reason. And the reason that this is happening is because the universe needs you awake. And what does that mean? What does that mean, Adam? What does being awake means? Well, let's play a game. Just entertain this for a minute. Some of you will get this and it won't have to be a game. But for everybody else who's still asleep, let's just play a game. Let's pretend. Let's pretend that when you came here, you had no knowledge of why you're really here, what you're doing, and what your bigger purpose is. Let's pretend that you knew that you had a purpose to come down here and to do something significant before you die. And you don't know what that is because you've got no memory of making this agreement with your pre-birth self, your mission for being, your team of spiritual support who've guided you down here to do on this bumpy ride to find your way. Now, if you've been feeling shit lately, then that is a sign that you haven't yet found your way because you haven't woken up. And this is normal. This is not me to judge it. I've had to go through it myself, and it is a bumpy, lonely sometimes ride until you find out the reason that you're going through this. And I can tell you now that the world is going through a vibrational shift. It probably seems a little bit chaotic to you now. You're probably seeing the people around you lose the plot. You're probably feeling like the black sheep and have done for most of your life anyway. But there's a sense of timing that sometimes you have to crank up the pressure from the universe. You have to make life increasingly difficult until you reach a point where one of two things happens. The odds are that at some stage you've probably wondered what you're doing here, and you've possibly been feeling depressed or even suicidal. Completely normal. Completely normal when you haven't woken up. It's a bit like the Matrix, folks. There's a reason, there's something that's all going on, and you either want to see it and do something about it, or you don't. And this is no judgment to either of you, any side, whichever way. But the odds are if you don't, then you stop watching this video a long time prior. If you're still watching now, then you are still watching for a reason. You are the person that I was guided to record this message for, just to let you know that you are supported, that you have a spiritual support team that have been there with you since the moment you were born. You just don't remember that they were there. And if you're looking for ways to get in touch with them, to get guidance, to get help along this journey, well, we all get lost occasionally, and we were all put in random places around the world to connect when the time is right. So this would be the energetic equivalent for those of you that used to watch the film Highlander, where suddenly all the immortals, they get this calling, they're drawing to someone. Now they're going around to cut people's heads off because there can be only one. But just imagine that maybe there isn't heads to cut off here, but what there is something bigger for you to do, some bigger purpose for you feeling this way and being here, and for the pressure being turned up on you right now. You're being called. You're being called to a bigger purpose, to do something before you check out. And I can tell you that I used to work with people who were facing death, and I used to be very interested in people who'd actually been clinically dead that we used to resuscitate. and bring them back. And of those people that did have memories during that process, a lot of them would meet one of their spiritual support team or a dead relative or somebody significant to them in their life who was on the other side that would say, no, your time is not done. You're not finished on this planet. You have something to do before you can check out, and then they'd be sent back. Now, that didn't happen to a big percentage of people, but I spoke to enough people to know that it's certainly not a singular experience, and it is certainly something that creates life-changing alterations in people's focus, their motivation, and their lives. And hopefully, you won't have to be clinically dead to get that message, which is why I'm here to give it to you without you needing to actually die just yet. And it's probably the case that you've thought about this. You've wondered what your purpose is. You're wondering what it's all about. You're wondering why it's such a lonely path because none of your family get you because you're the black sheep, that you're being drawn into different places. You probably never really felt properly connected to this world or to your family. Not in the way that is traditional, that that's what it's all about. It's peace, love, and light all the time. You're feeling something different. You're feeling a draw to something else, and you've been feeling depressed or low energy for an increasingly long time. Certainly, the last 6 months have been way more traumatic than normal. That's the vibrational shift, folks. And the vibrational shift means jolting people like a resuscitation, jolting people out of their humdrum lives, of that comfortable discomfort that a lot of people get stuck in along the way. And this is especially true if you're a healer, an empath, a light worker, someone that's drawn to do good in the world and often feels underappreciated. The buck stops with you, folks. When everyone else wants emotional support, they come to you. But who do you go to? You'll be the person where the buck stops. There's nowhere to go. Maybe you've got a couple of good friends that serve that purpose, but we're all being called to step up. We're all being called to raise our vibration right now. And I'm being called to give you this message to let you know that you are supported, that there are resources available to you, and that the universe has your back. Whether you believe that or not, the universe has your back. And I'm here to give you that message and to encourage you to wake up. And if you're serious about waking up and you're new to the channel, then the first thing that you need to do is like this video and leave a comment if you've got any resonance or any questions, and to subscribe just here, to click that button. This is really important for you because I'm going to be drip feeding content to you to help you on this path. And there's another video there if you want more of the same to help guide you in a better direction.